Dr. Weber letting her hair down, isn't it?
Dr. Weber's a kind of nice lady.
You know, I feel like I'm getting to know her for the first time tonight. I mean, before she was always either Dr. Weber or Laura Baldwin's mother.
I have a feeling that I know how and why the two of you became such good friends so suddenly.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Do you really think that you can fool someone who works side by side with you every day?
Diana, I haven't had the vaguest idea of what you're talking about.
Oh, my goodness. Now, will you take a look at that woman? She is doing the best job of pretending that discoing with Joe Kelly is her idea of heaven.
Joe Kelly is a terrific guy. Now, why shouldn't she enjoy dancing with him?
Because I think that there are 1,000 other places that she'd like to be tonight. Except that you and she are here for the same reason. To kind of help me unwind after the whole kind of ordeal with Jeremy Hewitt. You know something? I really love you both for doing it. And for trying to con me into making me feel like this is your idea of a good time.
Oh, Diana, we thought we were being so shrewd.
Ah.
Now they're coming back, so don't let on that you slept
Okay.
the whole after.
All right, okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
I got your medicine.
The pills. Give me the pills.
Your pills are on the table, Daddy.
I can't reach them.
That's too bad, Daddy. I did what you told me to. I went next door and I got your medication for you.
Oh, Tracy. I'm dying. I don't want to die, please.
You better take your pills, Daddy.
Oh, dear God in heaven. If you love me.
Some terrible things to me, Daddy. You said some terrible, ugly things to me. You're a liar. I didn't have to buy the men who married me. Some of them liked me. Some of them even loved me. You bet some of them love me, Daddy. Want to know what the saddest part is, Daddy? The only man I ever loved was you!
Oh, no. Zelda. Edward Quartermain. I'm fine, thank you. Glad you asked. Matter of fact, I'm feeling remarkably fine. Zelda, I want you to come over to Tracy's apartment and, along with Howard, I'd appreciate it if you call and get in contact with him. Oh, yes. Well, I want to apologize for calling so late, but I was sure you would understand. Oh, and Zelda, would you please bring the notary seal? Thank you.
Daddy.
Don't call me that, Tracy. I'm no longer your father.
Daddy, let's never do that to each other again, okay? Daddy, let's not play any tricks like that on each other ever again.
Is that what we were doing, Tracy?
Well, you bet. You were trying to get me to think you were really having a heart attack, and I was trying to get you to think that I was going to let you die.
You were very convincing.
You know, you weren't, not for a minute. I knew you were faking. Now, I want you to call Zelda back and tell her not to come, okay, Daddy?
Don't call me that. I am not your father. Tonight, I'm going to sign the new will.
No, you won't, Daddy.
Watch me. I'm signing it here. Tonight, you'll be disinherited.
You can't do that to me, Daddy. You love me. You'll break my heart if you do.
You haven't got a heart, Tracy.
Daddy, you know how much I love you, and now you're just being cruel to me.
When I was lying on the floor there and you came over to me, were those genuine tears?
You know they weren't, Daddy. They were tears of love. You can't do this to your little girl.
Why did you leave me lying on the floor and go to the telephone?
Why do you think? To get help, to call an ambulance.
If you knew I was faking, why would I need an ambulance?
Daddy, come on, no more tricks. I love you.
Don't touch me. You know, Tracy, your touch sickens me. That's better. No more tricks from you either. All right, Tracy, I want you to go upstairs to your room and stay there until I call for you. And Tracy, I suggest you do a little praying now that I've disowned you. Pray that Mitch didn't marry you for your money. Pray that Mitch really does love you and will allow you to remain Mrs. Mitch Williams.
Oh, I knew this was a mistake, Mitch.
Huh?
I came here because I wanted to talk, because I'm tired of trying to talk at the rib when I'm supposed to be working.
Okay, well, we don't have to have a serious talk right now.
You promised me if I came over here, we could talk about your divorce from Tracy.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have a talk with Tracy. I'm gonna tell her the whole truth.
What truth? Yours, hers, or mine?
Now, I'm gonna tell her that I married her because I was in love with money, and all of a sudden I realized I don't love money anymore.
Well, that ought to be a good laugh for her, and I wouldn't blame her.
No, I'm gonna tell her that I don't need her to get to the governor's mansion.
Oh, well, now there's some high-class, impossible dreaming.
And if I don't make it to the governor's mansion, I'll just say, it wasn't meant to be.
Cop out.
Come on, you call it what you like. This is what I'm willing to do for you.
I'd really like to believe that, Mitch.
Okay. May I never kiss you again if what I say isn't true.
Am I entitled to one more question?
Anything.
What happens if you don't get to the governor's mansion?
Well, I don't think I'd make such a bad country lawyer, do you? Country lawyer sort of coming back to his wife and 5 kids.
Oh, what wife is that? I'm not so sure about 5 kids.
No? Want to go for 6?
Oh, it was nice to sit down for a minute.
Yeah, they've kept you busy tonight, huh?
They certainly have. I can't wait for the disco to close so that I can go home and be with Scotty. Have you enjoyed yourself tonight?
Oh, I certainly have. I got out and discoed, and I feel 10 years younger. Well, 2.5 years younger, maybe. Luke has been absolutely dear. He's really nice.
Yeah, he is.
He served his pizza himself. He was the first one to ask me to dance. He asked me to dance several times, and before I knew it, boy, I was right in the mood there.
You've just described why Luke is so successful.
Yes, I suppose. It's because of Luke that single women feel that they can come in here and just have fun without some drunk trying to come on to them all night long, you know what I mean? Okay. I admit, I may have exaggerated just a little bit the fun I was having. I suspect that all four of us at this table, Diana and Bobby and me and Joe, that we were all trying just a little bit too hard to have fun. Does that answer the question that you had in your head?
That wasn't exactly what I was thinking, but I do have a question. May I ask it?
Since when do you need permission to ask me a question?
Well, I've never asked you this kind of question.
Goodness, ask. Don't keep me in suspense.
Have you ever felt attracted to another man while you were married?
It's kind of a hard question to answer with just a yes or no.
It's kind of a hard one to ask.
Once I was married to Rick. I think I was just so much in love with him, I couldn't find any other man attractive. But when I was married before, I think that situation was so different that, yeah, I think that there were occasions when I thought somebody else was a very attractive fella. Does that answer your question?
Excuse me, Dr. Weber.
Yes.
May I have the pleasure of one more dance?
Oh, you're not serious.
He is. I've given my approval, so you're stuck with him.
Oh, well, in that case, sure, absolutely.
Great. Laura, may I have permission to dance with your mother?
My mother doesn't need my permission.
Oh, I thought maybe I did.
You absolutely don't.
Good.
I don't think it was a very good idea for me to come over and...
I think it was a terrific idea.
No.
And the dessert was the best. Sit
Jeff,
down.
no. I think we better talk.
Yes. Yes, Jeff.
Look, Annie, look. Before things get totally out of control, I promise, we'll stop.
I know. I trust you, Jeff, and I think I trust myself.
Well, then?
Well, it's Joe.
Beg your pardon?
Joe, when's he coming home?
I don't know. Why?
Well, if he came home and he was still here, I'd really feel awkward.
Annie, you won't be here when Joe gets home. Believe me, this is one of his nights out on the town. And chances are you'll be at home in your own bed long before Joe rolls in, so don't worry, okay?
Well, no, Jeff. It's just, you gotta admit, he's not been the same lately. And I'm worried about him.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It hasn't been too easy living with him here lately.
Well, you are a constant reminder that he's lost me.
Yeah, it's true. You know, one day he wants to deck me, just move on out of here, and the next he's telling me how much he knows that our love was meant to be, and just giving us every blessing in the world.
Poor Joe. He doesn't know where he's at.
Or who he's with. Maybe that's his problem right now.
Edward, you're first.
There you are, Zolan.
Howard, would you do the first witness signature, please?
Well, that's it.
Yes, indeed. This will is now in effect.
Well, isn't somebody gonna sing the Star-Spangled Banner or fire off a 21-gun salute? Howard, how about you? No? Very well, then. Perhaps I should take the stage again and tell the three of you what's going to happen now that I'm several million slimmer.
I'm not interested, Tracy. Zelda, Howard, let's go next door to my apartment.
The judge is going to come to the conclusion that the only thing fair for my son Ned is a paternity test on Alan Jr. And you know who's going to have the last laugh when Alan Jr. turns out not to be Alan Sr.'s son? I am, Daddy. So what you've done here doesn't matter a bit. Because I'm going to have everything I want out of life.
Good night.
Oh, don't answer that.
Why not?
Might be your wife.
Probably is. Hey, I never told you. Tracy not only knows about this apartment, she's been here. She's seen it. Hello, Tracy.
Oh, Mitch, I'm so glad you decided to answer the phone.
I was busy. What do you want?
I want you home.
All right, I'm on my way. There's a small matter I want to discuss with you.
Such as what?
I want a divorce.